The freakiest anime gets so much better. Let's check it out. Let me see what's up. Let me see what's good.
It starts out with my boy Kintaro at another job. This time, a little family-run noodle shop. And off the rip, my boy starts his first day off to some bullshit. It's a customer and he's getting mad that his noodles are undercooked. Then he finds out it was Kintaro. But right as this happens, the boss's daughter walks in and she asks the customer how Kintaro's noodles are. And he completely switches up, bruh. He says, they were pretty good. And tells Kintaro he's counting on him to make good noodles in the future, or he will not forgive him. But the owner and the owner's wife are being overly nice to him, and Kintaro gets really happy because this is the first time that he's worked in such an encouraging place. Oh, and by the way, these are the best episodes in the series, so you're gonna want to stay tuned until the end. Then a man dressed in a suit comes in and says he's in town for some business, but came to see the boss's daughter. And he seems like a really nice guy because he gave them a gift basket and asked the mayor's daughter to come to a yacht with him. And she agrees. Then they start talking outside, and the mayor's daughter thanks him because her dad just got recently ran over by someone in a car. And
oh
the
shit!
Was luckily there to take him to the hospital.
Shit crazy, bro.
She says if it wasn't for him, her dad would have died. Then he has this evil smirk on his face and says, "What I did was only natural." Then it shows a bunch of scenes of them hanging out together, and it seems like they're really liking each other. Then all of a sudden, when they're on the yacht together, he's like, "Yori, will you marry me?" And she's like, "Bro, this is too sudden." It doesn't give him an answer right away. Then they kiss, and right when they kiss, it cuts to my boy Kintaro sneezing, getting out of work. Then he starts skipping and singing la la la, subscribe to snooze. Then all of a sudden he sees someone there. It's Mr. Koger.
No,
He's just proposed to the boss's daughter, and he's already with another girl, bro. Then it cuts them in the car under some bridge, and you already know my boy Kintaro is spying on them. Then the girl that's with him says, "Are you sure we'll be able to start our own business?" And he's like, "I finally kissed the daughter of the noodle shop owner that you ran over. It's only a matter of time before I get rid of the police."
Oh nah, this ain't diabolical work, bro. This is shit.
Wait, my bad, that was the wrong anime. Then he goes on about how he will seduce her and then divorce her after 6 months. And the girl's like, "You better not fall for that girl for real." And he's like, "Who would fall for an old-fashioned brat like her?" Then she's like, "But you like women a lot." And he says stop before he gets mad. Then they just start smashing. And out of nowhere, Kintaro stops hiding and says, "Was everything you said just now true?" Then Mr. Koger hops out of the car with his pants not even pulled up yet, and Kintaro tells him that everyone in the noodle shop restaurant are very nice, and that he shouldn't do all those things that he just talked about. Then he just starts being the fluff out of Kintaro, bro, and tells him if he says anything to the noodle shop people, he will kill him. It's now the next day, and the boss's daughter asks Kintaro what happened to him, and my man says, I just fell." Then it cuts to later, and she gets all dressed up, and her mom asks where she's going, and she's like, "A date." Then Kintaro gets really mad, and it looks like he's about to go Super Saiyan, so he just follows them. It turns out he took her to a horse race, so Mr. Koger asks her if she can answer the proposal now, and she says that she still can't make up her mind. Then he just starts trying to fluff, and Kintaro comes out of hiding, and bruh, he just starts trying to save her in every way possible. He buttons up her shirt when Mr. Koger unbuttons it, and Mr. Koger thinks her hand is in the way, but it's actually Kintaro's, so he starts licking it, and my boy Kintaro tries his hardest not to moan. Then he goes in for the kiss, and ends up kissing Kintaro, which makes my boy Kintaro faint. And you have to keep in mind, that whole time while he was kissing and rubbing on Kintaro, it was just dead silence for the boss's daughter, so she had all that time to think about how she wants to go home. And she finally asks Mr. Koger if it's okay that she leaves, and he thinks to himself that he made it pretty far with her today, so it's okay if she leaves right now. When she goes home, she says to herself that she's probably just being stubborn. Then she's like, "What do you think about this whole thing, Kintaro?" And my man is still recovering from the kiss that he got earlier, and she thinks it's because he's being overworked. She asks him how long he's gonna be able to work there for, and he's like, "I don't know, I guess until your dad's arm heals." Then she's like, "Would it be okay if you stayed here forever?" And he's like, "If you really want me to, I will." And she says it's because if she gets married, then her parents would be all alone. And Kintaro's like, "Bro, what do you mean marriage?" And she explains how Mr. Koger proposed to her the other day, so he just starts saying anything to make her not get married to him, and is like, "That guy's a pervert," which makes her really sad and say, "How could you say that about someone that you know nothing about?" So she just runs off. While she's sitting down, she sees that Mr. Koger wrote her a note to meet on a bridge. When she arrives, she notices that my boy Kintaro is on his knees. It's because he's begging Koger to not marry her, and Mr. Koger is like, "Bro, this has been commencing for months now. We even ran over her dad. You think we will stop now?" And Kintaro begs and tells him that he won't tell anyone about this, and explains that the chef's daughter is very kind and modest. But Mr. Koger says, "Nah, bro, that's bullshit. The other day, she got so excited and even sounded like a man when she was moaning." Bro, this guy doesn't know that it was Kintaro the whole time. And he's like, "I'm not gonna go easy on you like I did last time." And my man's just about to beat him up, but they notice that the chef's daughter is right behind Kintaro. And my boy tries to play it off like he was there just to show Mr. Koger his new girlfriend. But she heard everything and runs off crying. So Koger gets mad that his plans were ruined by Kintaro, so he tries punching him. But Kintaro gave my man the 1-2 of devastation. station
Oh,
and says to
shit.
himself that he made good use of his training at the dojo that he used to work at. Then it time
Bro got
skips
hands,
and the
yo.
owner's arm has healed. So he made the customer some noodles, but the customer says that Kintaro surpassed him and he's too old and it's time for him to retire. If you're wondering where the chef's daughter is, she's been depressed in her room about the whole situation, so my boy Kintaro goes up to check on her, and he knocks on his door and tells her that he's leaving and sorry for lying to her the other day. But to his surprise, she opened the door happily and says that at the time that she was shocked, but she's over it now. And they talk for a bit and she laughs at him, still knowing nothing about flowers, and that's pretty much it. My boy's on his way to his next job. The next episode starts, and my boy's looking for a new job currently. But then he sees an indoor pool and looks inside. Then he sees this girl with short hair that looks bad as fluff type schmidt. And I've never seen my boy fall in love so hard, bruh. He starts blushing and staring at her, and he's like, I have to see the untamed animal within those clothes. Bro, what the heck? And she goes inside and starts walking into her building that she works at, and when she turns around, my boy is right in front of her face, mouth breathing like a straight Discord mod. And she's like, what do you want? And my boy jumps and is like, I was hoping I could work here. And luckily the school is looking for instructors, so they put my boy in training. Then my boy starts staring at her pass, but the P is silent. And he's like, it's brilliant. Then my boy notices that her nipples are poking out, and she's like, let's see you swim for us now. And everyone starts watching my boy swim, and my boy Kintaro instantly drowns and confidently says, so how was my swimming? And one of the workers is like, bro, you gotta take swimming lessons, not teach them. And my man starts begging on his knees for them to give them a job there. And he's like, I'll do anything. I'll clean your ears, your toilets. Oh, nah, bro, not with the toilets again. We remember what happened last episode. And he's like, fluff it. Bring me the owner of this establishment. And the short-haired girl's like, that would be me. And she goes on about how the only available job is a swimming instructor, and that my man is too bad at swimming, so she tells my boy to leave. And he's like, today I may be a weak little bug that gets tossed in the wind, but tomorrow I may become a butterfly that spreads his wings. And she's not buying it, bruh. So my man quickly says, in a month's time I will beat you in a race. Just wait. And he says that he will even work for free, but when he wins, she will have to hire him as a coach. And she's like, what if you lose? And he says if he loses that he will have to work there for free for an entire year. So she accepts my boy's offer. Then my boy stares at her and says he's about to come. Nah, this guy's insane, bruh. Then this girl tells him that the boss is a gold medalist. And my boy gets a little scared. It fast forwards to a little bit, and they got my boy teaching toddlers how to swim. He explains that when the women that work there have free time, they teach him how to swim. Later on, there's swimming practice, and my boy Kintaro asks if he can join in, and the boss lets him. And she thinks to herself that it's amazing how fast a person can improve in under just 1 month, but still thinks that he's no match for her. After the lesson, she dives into the pool and tells him if he can keep up with her, he has guts. So my boy starts swimming as fast as he can, and he says, the teacher's crotch, I can see it. So my man starts speeding up to her even faster, and when he reaches between her legs, he sucks as hard as he can and gets a mouthful of water. After that just happened, she says he's good, and she just completely ignored what my boy just did in the water. What? And she says that she was only going 50% of her speed. Then she starts staring weird at my boy. It's because his swim shorts are gone and he's hard. Then he says, the beast within you has awakened the beast inside me, which makes her knock my boy the fluff out. Then he wakes up outside with underwear on his head like he's Trevor from GTA or some schmidt. And my boy is sure that he's fired because of the stunt that he just pulled. Then it cuts to the next day, and the owner girl with the short hair notices the kids' classes have been advancing way faster than usual. And it's because of this game where they get rings deep in the water, which makes them not scared to go underwater. And the owner asks who created that game. It was Kintaro who created it, and that he was testing many new methods to make them learn faster and more effectively. Then the owner gets called up to the front because a parent wants to talk to her. When she gets there, the parent thanks her for making her kid not scared of the water anymore. But the kid's like, where's Coach Kintaro? Which puts the owner in shock, and she thinks to herself that Kintaro beat her and that she will hire him as a coach. But little does she know, it's too late because my boy is already on his way to a new job.
Hey, yo, listen, bro. This was definitely a great show, bro. I definitely enjoyed it. I forgot how crazy this anime was when I first checked it out. But anyways, guys, subscribe if you like the video. I'll see you next time.